just like the rest of us, casting about for something to do during the pandemic lockdowns. Harry Connick Jr. turned his hand to a creative pursuit. But unlike those of us who attempted sourdough or took up knitting, he wrote and recorded an entire album from his home studio. It took Connick about 8 months to complete Alone with My Faith, he says. He wrote all songs, played all the instruments and engineered the final recording. Take that, sourdough bakers. The impetus for his creative output was a reaction to what was going on in the world around him. I was home with my family and I had a lot of chance to think about a lot of things. There was personal tragedy in my life, I lost a lot of people, and I had a lot of time to think about it, says the father of 3 daughters via a phone interview. And yes, one daughter did get a few moments of uncredited percussion in on one of his songs, he says, the result of working at home in a full house. The songs were written about the entire spectrum of faith I was going through. I had some good days and some bad days. Connick says he was raised Catholic by his late mother, who lapsed from the Jewish faith, and while the album is spiritual in nature, the songs transcend specific religions. There is an appeal to anyone with faith. Audiences may get to hear some of those songs when Connick hits the road for his first post-pandemic tour, Time to Play, which begins August 5th in Indianapolis. The tour will stop at outdoor venues across the country, including the Constellation Brands Marvine Sands Performing Arts Center in Canandaigua, August 12th. The Chautauqua Amphitheater, August 13th, before a stop at Bethel Woods Center for the Arts on August 19th. Connick says the tour is the first time has seen his bandmates in over a year. I haven't seen any of them since pretty much March 16, 2020, he says. I will see them, probably the day before we start, and we will go over some things. I have new music that they haven't not seen yet. These guys, I have been lucky to spend my life around real pros, and they are great, hardworking, talented folks. Connick Jr. says he has no reservations about resuming touring and performing live. I am just happy that everything is getting back to normal, he says. Listen, I was in no rush. I spent so much time thinking of all the men and women who put themselves on the line for us every day during the pandemic. As for what audiences can expect, he says someone always wants to hear something from his Grammy-winning When Harry Met Sally soundtrack. It brings back some nice memories for folks, he says, but he plans to mix up the playlist with work from the new album, maybe some Cole Porter, definitely some of his New Orleans influences, and then the rest is up for grabs. We go out there and make the best music that we can, the best show we can, he says. You know, people know me for different things, sort of. Well, why is he in town? They think I am an actor, so why am I playing music, or they don't know that I do Broadway. The Emmy Award-winning Connick had a recurring role on TV's Will and Grace and appeared in films from Independence State to Hope Floats and Memphis Belle. Next up, The very lush main singer/actor will play the very bald Sir Oliver Daddy Warbucks when Annie Live debuts on NBC TV December 2nd. Taraji P. Henson will be Miss Hannigan. Annie has yet to be cast. I am so excited, Connick say of Warbucks. He is an amazing character, and yes, you have to be bald to play him. The specter of live television doesn't faze him, he says, even the possibility that Henson will crack him up during the live performance. I think that's okay, it's part of live performance, he says, adding of Henson, she is great. I have known her for years. He won't be nervous. When I do Broadway, you get out and perform, in front of an audience. It is same thing here. You are working with a great team, you get to the finish line, and I like that. I have no doubt, it will be a fun experience. If you go. Harry Connick Jr. Time to Play Tour. August 19th. Bethel Woods Center for the Arts, Bethel. $39 $159. HarryConnickJr.com/tour. Karen Croak is the features editor for LowHood.com and PoughkeepsieJournal.com. Find my stories here. Reach me at croak1@lowhood.com.